Welcome to another episode, everyone, and welcome to South Central Los Angeles, also known as M-Town. You know what M stands for. It's extremely gang-infested and war-torn, even back in these days. Check this out.
5 p.m. Rollout for a 200-member task force in the Los Angeles Police Department's War on Street Gangs.
Who do you hang out with? These guys. What gang?
It is force versus force.
Nobody has any idea. Nobody has nothing.
Versus anything or anyone.
You hear some commotion out here a little while ago?
That even hints of gang activity.
Sit down. Sit down. Cross your feet.
Sergeant J.J. May has been fighting youth gangs for 10 years.
Stick your feet up. Ross, my philosophy is if you're involved in gang activity and you get caught dirty and you violated the law, there's no free walks. You go to jail.
And my philosophy is once you go over there and get those school shooters, once you go patrol your own neighborhood and stop those individuals from going to these schools and shooting up everyone before they do it. They have guns in their homes too. That's how they carry them to school.
In neighborhoods just outside the Los Angeles city limits, the sheriff's anti-gang unit also hits the street, seeking clues to disorganized crime.
You guys know anything about the shooting?
No.
Did you hear about a shooting? Fairly, you never heard about a shooting? It's your neighborhood, man.
I know.
Let me ask you, would you tell me if you did? Straight out.
If I did, I'll tell you.
Okay, you know why?
Why?
You'd be real honest. You'd be real honest. You said, look.
Covering hundreds of square miles, Jerry Caono and his colleagues, city and county, encounter in all an estimated 600 different gangs.
Told you the other day, you got to get off the corner. You're going to get shot again.
We like to go around our areas when the light is out, the sun is up. Give us
600 gangs. That was back in this is a documentary from 1988. 1988, everyone. Keep that in mind.
Feel for foot traffic we might expect for later on in the evening. Tonight being anticipated being a warm night, we're going to have a lot of foot traffic, going to be a lot of parties, going to be a lot of cocaine dealing. What's up, man? What's happening tonight? We get out here and we do a lot of serious talking with young people. We, at the same time, are gathering intelligence.
Whose car is this? You don't have any knives or guns on you, do you? How come you're not at your house where you're supposed to be?
I was in the house a while ago.
Put your hands in the car, hon.
You're getting older. I almost don't recognize you anymore.
Last time I saw you, you told me that you were going to go to Louisiana. What happened?
In neighborhoods rife with drug dealing and violent rivalries, suspicion is everywhere.
Hey, my man, is this your car?
The wrong car, the wrong face, in the wrong neighborhood.
Now, if your sister has no job and you got no job, things must be pretty good with the lotto game, huh? Hey, my man, how much money you got back here? $2,100, just in case. Bags for what? Maybe narcotics for sales or something. A lot of money for a man with no job.
Maybe narcotics. They said put the handcuffs on him. He said, may I ask for what? He said, maybe narcotics for sale or something. You have no narcotics. You have them with money, but this is what they used to do back in the days. You have a lot of money, particularly small bills or whatever, or different bills, stacked up in different stacks like he just had it. And you can't prove where you got the money from, such as you don't have a job or your family's not rich or your girlfriend didn't give it to you or whatever. Then they would confiscate the money and lock you up and accuse you of doing something sinister to get the money, even though they have absolutely no proof. They just put the handcuffs on this man and said, maybe narcotic sale or something. Maybe talking about somebody's life, somebody's freedom, just because they have money. And your excuse is you really don't know what you're going to lock them up for. We'll think of something. Maybe this and maybe that. Huh? It's really sad because you can find these same sort of documentaries all around the internet today. From today. Like these hood vlogs and all of this sort of stuff. people speaking on the gang culture and doing documentaries on it, even today. And a lot of this stuff stays the same. Nevertheless, back then, these individuals were a lot more intelligent, these gang members. And not only that, they were really a product of their environment, whereas now these individuals and these gang members are just a product of social media.
What kind of case you got going?
Someone in my comments, had asked me to cover this video right here, M-Town 1988. They asked me in the comments, I forget the individual's name. Thank you, shout out to you. Anyone wants me to cover something, let me know in the comments. Send a video, whatever. Hit me on Instagram, do whatever. I'll cover it. I'm glad he told me about this one because I watched a little bit of it last night. Crazy.
You need $2,100 for it.
For my lawyer.
What type of case?
Being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, what kind of case? Don't bullshit this guy.
Drug case?
For what? Sales? For what? Just for possession?
Two of the men were arrested but later released with no charges filed.
Where you going?
Look, two of the men were arrested but later released with no charges filed. You have nothing to charge him with, which means you had no reason to arrest him. You have no reason to cuff him up and put him in the back of a police car. He has nothing. You found nothing but some money. And then you cuff him up and take him to jail. And then you have to release him because you have nothing on him because he has nothing. People wonder, how do all these black individuals end up in jail? This is how. Police in our neighborhoods, oversaturating our neighborhoods, patrolling them and locking us up for no reason, for existing.
Critics contend that sweeps for gang members often border on harassment.
You think?
Every time I drive, boom, pull over, get out, knees down, hands up. I know the routine.
Christopher, what's this used for? Let me guess. You're a mailman and you beat the dogs off.
No, an old friend of mine's left that in the car and he used it for fighting. You can throw it over the wall. I don't have to use that. I got my.
Now you know why we started searching your car. Look at the way
you talked very tough to them. Very tough to them. Could you talk that way to citizens in Beverly Hills?
I don't have that problem with citizens in Beverly Hills, you know.
Of course you don't. He said you talk very tough to him. You see the man saying, I already know the routine. Every time I get in my car and drive, y'all pull me over and I got to get down on my knees. He didn't say now and then. Every time I get in my car, y'all pull me over. You already know who I am. Obviously, I'm not doing anything illegal because you're constantly pulling me over, which means I'm constantly still free. I'm constantly still here on the street, which means all of those times that you pulled me over, you didn't find anything. I'm not in jail, but you still keep pulling me over and finding nothing and putting me on my knees, harassing me. And he just asked the individual, would you do this to individuals? You talking real tough to him. Do you do this to individuals in Beverly Hills? He said, I don't have a problem with people in Beverly Hills. Of course you don't. Why? Because they don't commit crimes? Well, that's a lie. Do the Asian people understand why they hate us so much? Do you understand that 79% of the crimes committed, the hate crimes, violent crimes committed against you are committed by white people? Why are you not in Beverly Hills? Why wouldn't you not talk to them like this in Beverly Hills as if their hands are clean and they don't commit any crimes? I beg to differ. Look up any school shootings lately?
Down here, if you talk nice to them and slap them on the hand a little bit, they're just going to walk around a corner and do something else, you know.
Okay, you guys got the message, right? Yeah. Move these cars and then move your bodies. I don't want to see none of you tonight. None of you.
These guys think they're warriors out here. And much like soldiers or warriors, they'll protect their territories.
Look straight ahead, young man. Look down there at the beach. You got no weapons tonight, huh? How old are you now?
14.
14. You're starting out kind of young, aren't you? Huh?
I guess so. Yes.
What do you mean you guess so? Yes or no?
Yes. I ain't no gang ranger though.
What is this?
Huh? Nah, they just, some of the 60s want me to dress like this.
Why?
Huh? They want me to be a gang ranger.
They want you to be a gang member, so they tell you to dress like this?
The low-slung baggy pants is typical gang fashion.
Are you going to attend his funeral? Huh? You are? You think it's necessary, you know, that he has a young funeral, huh? What school do you go to?
Not far away the next night, a drive-by shooting. 3 injured in the latest violent game of tit for tat.
This guy's got a shot to the right temple area. Looks like
They say anything?
No.
Come on, straight out. You know what's up.
They didn't claim no set.
Did
I don't
this
know
car
who it
drive
was.
by earlier?
Nope.
Anybody throwing any signs?
Nope, I ain't never seen it.
The final toll for our 48 hours will be 196 arrested.
Yeah, we're going to get tough. We're going to get tougher.
4 dead.
And if it takes fear, they fear us, fine, and that's let them fear us.
$196 arrested in 48 hours and 4 dead. There's 200 people essentially nearly arrested in 48 hours. This is why the jailhouses are full even now. But this is not to absolve or excuse these individuals who are out here running the street. These individuals are clearly involved in gangs. Some of them are committing criminal acts. They have weapons or drugs on their person. This is sometimes justification for the police to be over there harassing them and pulling them over and doing some of the things that they do inside of our neighborhoods. We invite this sometimes with our behavior, or we at least give them justification. We give them an excuse. Naturally, there is no excuse for some of the stuff that the police do inside of our neighborhoods. And as far as I'm concerned, the police can go and hunt down the KKK. They can go and hunt down the W supremacists that the FBI says is the biggest threat to this country. Homegrown terrorists, they call them. They can go hunt them down and go in their neighborhoods and bother them and arrest them. They have weapons too. They use drugs as well. They sell drugs. They do all of this stuff. This is the only problem that I have with it, is that they concentrate their efforts in my community when there are other communities that do some of the same things. Were they over there harassing the mob, the Italian mob, who were knocking off people one by one by one by one, viciously extorting people, beating people, you name it? No.
Really, I joined the gang because it seemed that was the main thing like going on. It's like a style among our own.
On the street, they call him Sad. The day we caught up with him, he was visiting some old friends at the cemetery. But you know what? How many people in the cemetery?
I got at least 5 people buried here. At least 5 at the most.
At least five of your friends?
Yes, sir. At least 5.
Kids?
You know, they was young. They died pretty young.
What are we talking
early
about?
20s, maybe 19, early 20s.
Gang?
You know.
Gangs? All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
How'd it happen? Would they get shot?
Shot and killed.
What is that? You got a tombstone there on your arm?
Yes, sir. That's like a memorial to my homeboys that all had died, you know. So I feel, you know.
So these are
they all deceased in gang activity. I always think of it.
Really?
I always think of dying. I get up every day thinking like that. For the simple fact, if you don't, that's when you seem to lose your life, when you ease up on the fact that you know that you can't die not so early. You understand me? Mm-hmm. When you ease up on, that's when the most of the time it seems like you go. That's what we call. That's the term we use is slipping. You know what I mean?
Slipping.
Slipping mean ain't being aware of what could possibly take place on any given day.
So when you say, when you wake up, you think about dying, you really mean it that way?
I really mean it. That's the only way I feel I can live as long as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you
It's not a neighborhood of tenements and back alleys and tipped-over garbage cans. It's a community of private houses and nice lawns. Not the place you imagine when you imagine a war zone. But this is home turf for some of the Crips and the Bloods, two of LA County's most vicious gangs.
LA police are getting their orders as they prepare for another assault on street gangs.
Avenue, but that was before the Los Angeles Police Department declared war on street gangs in the city. And before a shooting Wednesday night,
This dust low.
All right, hold on. Let me just ask you a question.
Why are you guys Bloods? Why are you in the gangs?
Why is we in the gang? I guess because the area we grew up in, man. Everybody go in that area, man. Everybody follow the same line. BGs grow up to be OGs, little niggas.
His gang name is Dusty Loke.
What's up, bro? What's up, B-Dad?
Short for Dusty Loco, Crazy Dusty. He is a Blood wearing the blood color, red. Dusty is a gang banger, which is what they call you when you've been allowed in as a full-time active gang member.
What is that? OGs, BGs?
OG. Baby gangsters.
Baby gangsters.
Call us BG.
Now you're proud of the fact that you're in the gang.
Lime Hood. Yeah.
From Lime Hood, but you're proud of the fact that you're Blood.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm down. I'm down for it. Because I'm a true. I come from the heart.
But why? Why be in a gang? What's in it for you?
What's in it?
I mean, you can get killed, right?
Yeah.
Well, you mean some of your friends been killed?
Yeah.
So
for a simple cause.
What's the simple cause?
Of being a Blood. Going down with the Bloods. That's how we feel. We die, it's like we go kill one of them. One of them die, because they down for it. They'll get took out.
And then guess what happens after one of them die?
And they come back. And then it's a feud until they don't want no more, until everybody just drop it. But ain't nobody gonna drop it.
Now you're willing to die for whatever this cause is?
If that's what it takes.
Yeah, I'm not saying you want to. I'm saying you would.
I don't want to. But if somebody riled up on me and take me out, I guess it was my time to go like that. But ain't nobody did it yet, so I guess it ain't my time to go.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
17. He's smart, he's bright, he's intelligent, has a bright future, and can be doing so much better and so many different things than walking around with a rag on his head. But this is the community, as he said, and the environment that he grew up in. Of course, gangs were started for a totally different purpose. The gangs were started to protect the community, and then they devolved into something else. And we need to get back to the elements and protect the community, because as I've heard a sister say a few days ago regarding the Rick Chow and Cyrus situation, where this individual, Rick Chow, unalived his 14-year-old black child. They're trying to call him a man as to make it digestible, his brutal unaliving, but he's not a man. He was not a man. He was not even a young man. He was a child. He was a boy. And as she said, the difference between the black community and every other community, you name it, you name the other community, it doesn't matter. Every one of them, we're the only ones, the only in the entire world, that teaches our young individuals, our so-called YNs, as they call them these days, these young tough dudes, to harm one another inside of the community. Every other group, every other race, every other ethnicity raises their young to defend their community, not to harm it, not to destroy it, not to go after other individuals in the community. Just the opposite. Defend the community with your life. Period. That's the difference. We're harming one another, and we're the only ones doing that. And it's just really sinful and shameful when you consider the fact that everyone else is harming us as well and despises us, the fact that we have the capacity to despise one another on top of that is sickening.
Other than that, it ain't no difference at all.
See, I'm telling you now, don't be even crazy. I tell you about my homeboy's name was Avery. He was standing on the corner. The crowds rolled by, the crowds rolled out, but I don't know why. You see, he stood there because he thought it was a climb. They rolled out his name and they said, let's try. They pulled out the gat and they pulled the trigger. But Avery looked back and his eyes got bigger. He tried to run, but for
I asked them, was they going, and they said no, and I told them, y'all, because I should turn around and shoot you. And I got
Sylvia Nunn, 25. She was as bad as any of the guys in the gangs, probably worse.
You shot somebody once, right?
I don't know whether I shot him or not. I'm not going to necessarily say that my bullet was the one that hit that person. You know, at that time, I kind of pretty much hoped it did. You know, there were quite a few of us from my area that went out to shoot up another gang. There were two of us had the same kind of gun. And the bullet that they found in her did come from the type of gun that I was using. But like I said, there was also a guy had the same kind of gun, so I can't necessarily say it was me who shot her or him who shot her. And to be frankly, I don't even care, you know.
That was gang related.
No, my brother had got shot. You know, it's like if they shoot my brother, I don't give a damn. You know.
What happened to the woman?
She was pregnant at the time. She lost her baby. I guess she's okay today. I don't know. I haven't seen her since that happened. Today, I don't feel good about all that though, you know. Today, I don't feel good about that at all. I think about it today, whether you believe me or not, it's like...
Well, I don't know. You just said you don't care. The lady was pregnant and lost her child, but I'll take you at your word that today you don't feel good about it.
Constantly, you know, I ask God for forgiveness, you know. Because if hell is any worse than this here, I sure don't want to go.
If your God is white with blonde hair and blue eyes, he doesn't really exist. So you'll never get the forgiveness that you're seeking.
So it's going to come a time when you're going to have to think about a change. We study dying, man.
I know, but when you...
But even if the Crips came and they say, okay, we ready to hang this, would you be willing? Come on now, would you be willing?
Today, she's retired with her honorary OG title, Original Gangster. She spends a lot of time now trying to talk sense to gang kids.
Man, get away from this man's car. You wait, man, get away from this. Get away from this man's car. You gonna buy
The violence is about turf and gang colors and sometimes drug deals gone bad. It feeds on revenge. They can be...
It's painful seeing my beautiful, beloved brothers lying out there on a concrete, on a cold, dirty slab of concrete, cold, dirty slab of cement, dead with sheets over them, blood everywhere, at the hands of another brother. These individuals are never coming back. They're gone. That individual out there, that was it for his life. That was it. But his mother still grieves to this day. She still thinks about her son to this day. His sister still thinks about her brother to this day. We've lost so many lives, so many. When does it stop? When is enough enough? We've taken out, so this is 1988. Some nearly 40 years ago, 38 years. And you can still drive down in the ghettos, catacombs, and grottos of America and see the same thing today. Black men hanging out, lying out there dead on the pavement with a sheet wrapped around them at the hands of another black man. We've learned nothing. We haven't come far at all. It's really sickening and really needs to stop. And it's really shameful that we would have the same mindset decades later, that our aggression, this is toxic masculinity, that our aggression makes us tough, makes us men, hanging out, harming one another, beating one another, selling illicit narcotics. That this is the image of the black man. No. We have to do better. I can sit here for a few hours and blame the establishment, the government, those other people. And they are to blame for a lot of this stuff. I can break it down as to how and why. For sure. This is not by accident. This is all by design. These ghettos that you see are all by design. The fact that these gangs have been able to flourish for so long is all by design. The fact that the police are over there doing what they're doing is all by design. Nevertheless, we have to take some responsibility for our own actions. It's not always someone else. No one is putting these guns, these weapons in our hands and forcing us to use them against one another. We're doing that with our own volition. These are our decisions to make as men. We need to make better decisions now. If you're so tough, you're walking around your neighborhood with all of these weapons that you're using against another black man. If you're so tough, then how is George Zimmerman still around? Rick Chow, for that matter. Black man, you're so tough. You're such a killer. You're a killer to another black man. Black man can't step on your shoe. Another black man can't look at you wrong. His life is in grave danger if he does. But these other people can do whatever they can shoot you in the back of the freaking head. Kill your kid. You ain't gonna do shit. Nothing. Sick. Man, that's shameful. People make me sick.
Cold and ruthless, no question about that. But sometimes it's more complicated. Dusty Loco let us into his house. In here, he's simply Bruce, a 17-year-old kid hoping to get into college on a football scholarship.
I hope some people look at me the way I'm playing and help me out for what I'm trying to do. I think I want to be a star in football playing. That's what I want to do.
Dr. Jekyll, say hello to Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, this Paru, that's enough, blood.
As for Sag, he's 26, a Crip. He's been in and around gangs since he was 10. He says he's tired and sad.
I am sad because, we done got too far out of hand now, and I feel doomsday. It's for real. I feel it. Killing is not the solution, especially when it's going to be another one after that. You know what I'm saying?
Avery didn't live because he gave his life to give. Because he didn't have no kid, he didn't have no pop. His name was DJ Avery, and his mom was never stop and take it out.
Movement. Oh God, if there was a time we need you now. We need you. We ask you right now, Lord, to save and sanctify. Up at home, down with dope. Up at home, down with dope.
Charles Mims takes his ministry to the streets of Watts. He knows the streets because he comes from the streets.
I was an alcoholic. I eat out of garbage can, drink rubbing alcohol. I was lower than you've ever been. I belong here. This is where I live. So I see and feel the pain of my people. And that's really what the ministry is all about. We're trying to stop the gang violence and gang murder and that. You don't belong to the gang, do you? And you're not going to join a gang, are you? This is a hotbed that would produce young gang members. The young gang leader told me, said the reason I'm in a gang, this is my family, these are my friends, and we're here because we help each other, we support each other, we can rely on each other. In the home, there's no work. In the home, there's no man. The mother usually is in the home by herself. She's on welfare, and she's been on welfare for 2 or 3 generations. She's a product of that. She probably is either on dope or hustling from one way or the other, generally speaking. Even if she's working and she's a good woman, it's hard to make ends meet.
We'll go.
These people are killing themselves. They're killing their relatives, their friends, and their comrades. But it's out of frustration. There's no rhyme or reason. They're frightened, and they're lost, and they have no hope.
How do you sell drugs?
Ain't no better way.
No better way?
No better
So
way.
you tell me out of all the money soaking around, you can't get money no other way than drugs. How about everybody else here?
Ain't no way you can hang out with your friends, make money, and have a good time.
How much can you make a day?
If you stay out here, $300-400 a day.
The moral fabric in Los Angeles is broken down. There's no sense of morality. There's no thou shalt nots. There's no stop signs. Anything goes.
You know, they tell me it was a mistake, Judy, but my baby's not going to get up and say, well, Mama, it was a mistake. It's all over, you know. That part of me is gone, you know, and I didn't have her, and I didn't bring her in this world for somebody to shoot her down like a dog.
When we met Charlotte Austin, she was living in a precinct of South Central Los Angeles where 47 murders had taken place in less than 5 months. Her 13-year-old daughter, Jamie, was one of the victims, shot 3 days earlier.
I was in the kitchen and I heard the screaming.
What did you think?
On the way down there, I'm just like, please, Lord, don't let this be Jamie. Just anybody but Jamie, please, you know. And I'm just thinking all the time, you know, she shouldn't have went. I shouldn't have let her. Just all kind of stuff was running through my mind. When I got to Jamie, they were just laying there. You know, her head was kind of slumped to the side, and I could see the red. She had a white blouse on, and I could see the red on her blouse.
Bullet wounds?
Blood. It was blood.
It was a case of mistaken identity. Gang members were out gunning for the sister of an enemy drug dealer who drives a red car. Jamie and her girlfriend were in a red car that night.
Put your hands down from your faces, please.
Police say the men charged with the murder belong to the Crips.
We are ready to make a plea right now.
It is war. It's a drug war. It's a black on black war. You know, it hurts me to see my little beautiful black brothers.
Yeah, that's sad, man. That's what happens with this gang violence, this gang culture, this deadly genocidal culture. That's all it is. Self-destructive, genocidal, and cowardly, because we're only killing each other. As I said, we don't have the energy for anyone else. I don't respect it. 13-year-old black girl. Man, you dudes make me sick. You know, she driving home or whatever. Someone was driving. She was 13. And it's a case of mistaken identity. They were still hunting for a woman, though, the sister of a dealer or what have you. They were still hunting to gun her down. But instead, they got a 13-year-old girl that just happened to be in a red car. Stupid. Don't even know what they're doing. This happens all the time, too, by the way. People that went to the wrong home and killed the whole family. And it's the wrong people. It wasn't the people. No one should be the target, but it wasn't their target. They went to the wrong address. Can't even read. Went to the wrong freaking address. Just because she has a red car, you don't have an accurate description of the car. You're talking about taking someone's life. How do you mix up a 13-year-old girl for your target? You can't say, no, that's not her. That's a little kid. You just saw the car and started shooting.
Could just kill each other, mow each other down like they're nothing. Like their life is of no value at all.
Yeah.
You're a hostage in this neighborhood, aren't you?
Yeah, in my own house. You know, you locked your front door, your kids are outside, you're peeking out, you're wondering, you know, play in the backyard, go to the store quickly as you can, don't stop for anybody, come right back. I'm moving from here. I can't live in this house. Now I won't even have the opportunity to see Jamie's first boyfriend. She had a telephone boyfriend, you know, he never came to the house, but they were on the phone. I'll never see her first boyfriend. I'll never see her prom, you know, her none of these things I had I had a lot of plans for her. This is the last time I'm gonna see her. I wish, how you just wish you could just hug them. Yeah, I feel like I haven't had enough hugging her. I'm empty. Like, it's still some love there that I want to give her, and I can't. I wish I could tell her how much I really, really loved her. I love you, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, Mama, go miss you to me.
These are the real victims, the ones who are left behind to struggle with the day-to-day life, trying to go on with their life.
Woo! That's tough. That's a familiar sound for me. It's triggering. It's a familiar sound. I've heard so many mothers with that same exact, it's always the same sound. A soul-wrenching pain that cannot be explained. You have to hear it for yourself to understand the depths of it. Yeah, man, we have to do better, brothers, black men. It's 40 years ago, and you have preachers and pastors from the neighborhood walking around then trying to get individuals off the street. You got the black woman who once shot and took a pregnant woman's baby. Her, the person she was with, like as she said, she doesn't know which bullet it was, whatever, who seemed unremorseful at first. Come to find out she's trying to get people out of the gangs now in the community. It said she was 25 years old. Thought she was a little older. Nevertheless, you have people in the community, even back then, trying to get individuals out of these situations, out of the gangs, trying to stop individuals from joining gangs and all of this. As we can see, people doing work in the community. But clearly, it did not have a large enough effect because the gangs are still here thriving and flourishing in 2026, even though they are watered down and trash for the most part, with no structure, no organization, and the violence has decreased because everyone is snitching. People don't want to get told on, and all of that. And a lot of these individuals are just not tough like that without their homeboys. I say we put down the weapons. You can still be from whatever gang you're from. You can still represent your gang. That's what you want to do. But we need to come together right now and decide, as brothers, as black men, that we're no longer going to use weapons on one another, no matter what the situation is. We are going to put our weapons down as it relates to pointing it at the head of another black man for no other reason than he lives up the street or up around the corner, literally. He literally lives on this street and I live on this street. Neither one of us own anything on either one of these streets. No one around us wants us around. They don't even want us on the earth. They don't believe that we have a place here on the earth. Me or you. But instead of us coming together and fighting everyone else who doesn't believe we even belong on the earth, we're going to fight each other. Because you stay here and I stay here. Ain't neither one of us got a top ramen. Neither one of us have a freaking soup. We're both hungry and starving and despised in this country and in this world. I just believe that we turn that angst and turmoil inner and attack one another with it. We need to stop. Understand that we're not one another's enemies. We are not one another's enemies. We have to stick together. We're all we got, literally. Have you been watching the news lately? You are hated around this country. I'm talking about by everybody. I don't give a damn what nobody says. They hate your gut. They hate your guts. They don't believe that you should even be existing on earth. Pretty narcissistic and arrogant of them, considering everything that we've created here on earth and that we were on earth before all of them. The nerves of these delusional people. But since they are delusional and sick, the biggest problem the black man has had, really, was Martin Luther King's philosophy. Led us into a burning building, as he said, before his death. His biggest problem was begging for integration. Black people we should have been on our own. Farming our own lands with our own banks, with our own schools, with our own government, with our own president, our own government that we set up. Because everyone else has been told us and showed us they don't want us around them. And why would you want to be around them then? The worst thing that ever happened to black people was integration. That was the worst. Integrating us into some evil-minded, sick individuals. Diabolical. Period. No. Should have kept us over there where the hell we were at.
Lives without that person. They are my victims, and they are the ones that I try to put their lives back together for them.
You might call Norma Johnson a battlefield nurse of the gang wars. She's a victim's advocate for the city of Los Angeles.
In some cases, some families have been hit more than once with this tragedy. As hard as it may be believed, this kind of tragedy can strike a family more than one time.
He was the first one got killed November 13th. And Walter was the second one, February the 18th. Stacy was Good Friday, April the 1st. And Stacy and Ramona brothers.
Ann Dirks lost one grandchild, then another, and finally her son Walter. Gangs murdered all three within 6 months.
But I miss him so very much. We all do, everybody in this house misses him. It just seems unreal for him not to be around.
This is Walter's little girl?
Yes.
His only daughter?
Yes.
His only child? Does she understand what's happening?
Yeah.
She does?
Yeah, because they were really close. He was to be 19 years old. I always taught him if he ever have a baby to love that baby and to spend time with it, and that's exactly what he did. He really loved her, and she loved him a whole lot. And she can, if you mention her daddy's name, she can show you who he is.
I mean, do you see these gang kids as monsters? Some of the other families say these are monsters, how they have no feelings. They're just killing people at will.
Well, I feel like they don't have any feelings. Maybe they haven't been loved or taught to be loved. That's the only thing I can say about it. Maybe they're missing love. And love could do a whole...
Look, we got to keep these people out of our neighborhoods that don't understand us, do not want to understand us, who just want to demonize us. Do you think that they're monsters? Other people said that they're monsters. No, they're human beings who are misled and misguided. The black man is not even violent innately. This is a learned behavior. This is not playing victim. This is just a fact. This is a learned behavior by the most violent people on the freaking planet Earth, who wants you to believe that you are a monster, right? Right? People say that they're monsters. No, the monsters are shooting up the schools. The monsters are burning crosses and lynching people. These are the monsters, feeding babies to alligators. But you don't consider them to be monsters. That's just natural for you and your kind. But she wants to call you a monster. This is, again, we invite this sort of rhetoric with our own behavior and how we comport ourselves. This woman had lost 3 young men in a time span of 6 months. Any one of those individuals could have been a president, could have helped to change the world, could have been a force in the community that helped us to separate and get our own, have our own our own world, our own nation, where we love one another and say to hell with all of y'all. Y'all don't like us. We don't need to be around y'all. We'll love one another and gatekeep our culture. Because all y'all want to do is hate us, but still take everything from us. Everything that we create, you want to take it, water it down, and then take credit for it, as if you created it. Will this world be without us? But you hate us so much. Now, I'm going to break some more of this down in part 2. I'm gonna leave this right here. It's been going for a minute. I know where we at. Still a long way to go, actually. Well, just one more part to it. If y'all want to see it, I mean, I don't know if it gets some views, I'll do part 2. I'll do the rest. But in part 2, I'm going to let it out. Part 2, I'm going to have to break this stuff down of how we even got to this point and why we are still here. And what we need to start doing about it, and now. Everybody's not going to be able to come with us, by the way. There's some individuals I can think of right now at the top of my head that are cowardly and will sell us out, sell out the movement. They're going to have to be the first ones to go. They look just like us. They're going to have to be the first ones to go. Get them out of the way first. And we'll have success. Yeah, got to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. M-Town, rderTown, South Central LA, 1988. My, how little has changed, how things stay the same. This documentary could have been made yesterday. Really, I was just looking at a hood vlog yesterday, right, with the black pea stones. This almost reminds me of that. It's just the same thing. Dudes hanging out, police pulling up, throwing them up against the police car. Hey, what are you doing out here? Sort of thing. Same thing, 40 years later. Same subjects, same individual out here running and patrolling these infested, unforgiving streets. A young black man looking foolish, and oftentimes an older black man even. No, we have to do a lot better than this, and we can. Things need to change and fast. Stay safe and stay free, people.